Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it might be for you. I have to turn this music down, hold on. There we go, less bad. I do have my glasses on today, so please forgive the slightly different look. But hey, we're here, it's Friday morning. We have pretty much no technical difficulties today, thank goodness. I don't know if you guys were here for the last session, but it was a trying experience. The absurdity of it, I just have to share. I had, I think, 10 firmware updates from Lenovo. Because some of them were probably my fault. Some of them were also the fault of the chucklehead that sold me a laptop. But anyways, it's fixed now. I opened up my laptop and the camera was magically on and everything was fine and normal and beautiful, so huzzah. So obviously we were somewhere different. Today we are in the floor because we are cutting patterns. I posted it to Blue Sky. The dress is finished. The self-pattern one that I was working on. There are only 16 squares left for the farmer's blanket. I don't have the brain cells to just do squares today. So we're going to cut fabric and patterns instead. However far we get on that, and there's cat hair on my body. Life. I'm also feeling extra because I managed to get my nails painted before stream, so I'm winning today. Take that off. I am unmarried, but my grandma left me that ring, and I tend to keep it on most of the time. I just didn't bother to put it down today. But I hope everyone had a fabulous week. I'm gearing up for a great weekend. I have a weekend of cleaning ahead of me, which is all well and good. And oh god, why didn't I do this weekend? Bird feeder. The crows have finally started to come around. I think it's because I put freeze-dried mealworms in with my bird seed outside, and I heard them slowly edging this way, and I thought I saw one fly over the house. So they need, right now I've got one of those little hanging ones, and they need a flat feeder so they can actually eat. And I'm sure the brown thrasher would probably also appreciate that. But he's gonna have to wait a little bit. I thought about getting a bird bath too. I don't know the one to take care of it, as lazy as that sounds. So we'll see how I feel. And I need to get more wildflower mix. There's been a turn in the neighborhood, and I'm seeing more neighbors than not are just kind of letting their yards go, which is great for the pollinators because we have a ton in the area. I actually saw a hummingbird 2 days in a row, so I'm like, I'm living. I need to get a hummingbird feeder set up too. But anyways, everyone's just kind of letting their yards go, and I feel so empowered to just go buy a crap ton of wildflower seed and spew it in the yard. I almost ended up with 2 tomato plants, but my mom ended up just planting them at her house, which is fine because they have fertilizer at Mom's house. I do not have fertilizer here, so I don't have to worry about it now. I think that's all the little life updates. Everything's been pretty solid. The weather's been shit. And I say that in the most loving way possible. I love the warm. The warm is fine. It's the lack of rain that's a problem. And I think they actually put us in a level 1 drought. So people that have to water their lawns are in trouble. Us common folk that are not doing that don't have to worry about it. As of yet. But hopefully we'll get some rain next week. But anyways, stuff we're doing today. I'm gonna actually try to take you guys through cutting out a pattern and actually working on something this time, instead of it just being a free-for-all. I'm just torn between this. When did this come out? Okay, I know Simplicity's been around since 1927. That's how long ago. Okay, it says 60s authentic original pattern. I'm suspicious this is a reprint, because this just does not feel old enough paper-wise, and the price was $23 at the time of purchase, so I'm gonna go with 2018. Okay, I feel like this was my granny. No, is she even alive? Maybe my mom must have bought it or acquired it from somewhere. But my mama is not an apron making person. I have exactly 2 personal aprons. One of them I commandeered off my mom. It's got Mickey Mouse on it. And I have a Christmas one. 2 Christmas ones. One has Santa Claus faces and the other one has snowmen on it. So outside of that, I got nothing. So I would like to end up having seasonal aprons by the time it's all said and done. But I have so much leftover fabric from making that dress that I wanted to make apron stuff out of it too. So I'm probably doing this. There's also like tie bandanas on it. Wrong way, Jen. There we go. So there's 3 different styles of aprons, which is great. I'm a huge fan of a little skirt. I'm a huge fan of this. I'm so tired of doing collected things, but whatever, we'll figure it out. But it also has, I can't tell if it's 2 different bandana styles. There's also pot holder pattern in here, and okay, and the bag, and the bag. Damn it, that's in there too. It's freaking great. I love a good bag. And the clutches. Okay, so that's one thing, and the other is this McCalls pattern of workout clothes, and it has all the tops featured and the pants, that finger, and also the shorts that the chicks over here are wearing. And I would love some comfy shorts. I kind of want to do the apron first. Let me think. Because I do have fabric sitting over here for the shorts too, so we could probably get pretty far in that. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the shorts first. And see how many pieces that's gonna end up being. And then maybe we'll switch over to the apron. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'm feeling pretty darn good. It is uncut. Love, 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 love. I don't know why the instructions are 2 different sections. Either I already opened up to look at the instructions, or my mom did and said no thank you. Probably gonna have to get more elastic to finish this at some point. Okay, the tops don't look terrible. Short, 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 shorts. I like short shorts. Top A, top C. This is my favorite thing in these stinking patterns. Is it shows you how to actually lay out the fabric. Wrong way, Jen, wrong way, Jen. Wrong way. Actually shows you how to lay them out to get all your cuts with minimal salvage. I love that. I love that because that's honestly stressful for me. I'm a minimal fabric waste person. I want to use every single last drop because I just hate having extra fabric laying around. It drives me nuts. Okay. Shorts, pants, EF. Love that. Stretch fabric evenly in front and back of needle while stitching. Am I supposed to use a specific type of fabric for this? I didn't read it. It says these things on the back. I don't always read them. Close filling about back. Suggested fabrics. Cotton knits, interlock, athletic knits jersey. This is technically a this does have stretch to it. Hell yeah. Good job. I don't know. It has to stretch 35%. Let's see. 4 inches open and must stretch from here to. Okay, yeah, we're good. We have plenty of stretch. Other cool thing, if you ever have a pattern and it's meant to be for stretchy things, usually it'll have on the back of the pattern this really cool bar. And the bar says, hey, you should be able to stretch your fabric that far. Good news, the blue I have works. If nothing else, worst case scenario, these turn into Jamie shorts. And I love a good pair of Jamie shorts. Stretch fabric, yeah. The first few mentioned will be illustrated unless otherwise indicated. I don't know what that means, but we're going to pretend we know what that means. So this goes pocket, pocket. Do your pockets, do your things together. Waistband, casings. Hate that. Cut 2 pieces of elastic. Why? Oh, it's a dual. Okay, so instead of it being one thick band of elastic, it'll be 2 skinny bands. Slip stitch openings in the waistband. Slip stitch anything. Okay. I had decided this is more effort than I want to put into something today. And no one's making any suggestions. So, and there's just slightly more for the leggings. We're just gonna do some real home ec stuff today. We're going and that's okay. You know, we make adjustments as we go. This is gonna have a crap ton of pattern pieces though. Holy crap. You know, it's a 2018 pattern, but the print on this instruction paper definitely looks like a 1960s thing. Trying to read it together. View apron might cover. Oh my god, okay. What kind okay. How to use your simplicity pattern. Okay. Select we're not pressing pattern pieces. No. Okay. Press pattern pieces. Computer measurements. Alter short and length and blah blah blah. Children's wear, we're not children. Pair. Unless fabric is pretty strong. Sponge or shrink. Oh! Okay, Grammy never told me that one. Apparently, if your fabric is not pre-shrunk, or you have not already washed it, just sponge it. Get it wet and keep moving. Okay. Straighten in, snip, full cut. There's a lot of notes in here that I'm not sure what to do with, but it's good to know that they're there. Okay. we're going to ignore all of the view options for how to cut this stuff. We're going to ignore the whole thing because we're going to use the scrap pieces first, I think, of the old apron. Maybe. These instructions are wild. Oh my god, simplicity, we need to talk. Like, I see that you're trying to fit it all on 2 sheets front and back, but bruh. We gotta talk. Okay, the bag looks pretty simple. The clutches look pretty simple. Alright. Let me just double check the notions on this. I don't need any bias or interfacing. I have interfacing. I don't want to use it unless I have to because not that it's expensive. I just don't feel like buying anymore right now. Okay. V1, bib apron and half apron. V2 half apron. V2 have pockets and matching mitt pot holder. Rick rack room. We're gonna learn a whole lot of new sewing words today, fam. I want the half apron though, I think. Gosh. Cotton and Blant's gingham. We have synthetic blah 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 blah. Okay. Oh, I actually have, I think, the perfect piece of faux leather to do the clutch with. It's like a purple snakeskin faux leather thing. Or crop. Fake. Very, very fake. Plastic. Not real. For anyone that was about to get up in panties in a twist about it. Okay, what do we want? I think we're gonna do... I'm so messy, but I really just want to try the half apron. That my sun sign's a Libra, if you couldn't tell. Decision is not my forte. Decision is not it. Okay, let's do... Let's do 2. Let's go ahead and just do the half bib. Because honestly, the only difference between 1 and 2 is 1 has the bib piece. So we'll do the half today. Okay, so we want view 2 stuff. I don't particularly care about making the oven mitt today because I have, I kid you not, like 10 oven mitts. View 2, lengthwise striped plain fabric without nap. 1 3/8 of the yard. I might have to pull out the big chunk of fabric depending on how big these pieces end up needing to be. So, now we get back to this monstrosity. List of oh god, it's so tiny. So glad I put my glasses on. Okay. Select your penny pieces, see cutting layouts and notes. We want view 2. Apron. We need pieces A, B, C, D. Excellent. I love when we get to start at the beginning of the alphabet. Huzzah. Now, how I'm going to cut these, normally I just hold it up in the air and cut it with my frou-frou scissors, but I might rotary cut it today, depending on how I feel. I'm all about leaning into my feelings today. I'm feeling honestly pretty dang good. I had an interesting experience at the grocery store the other day. Jesus, this shit is huge. Okay. Had an interesting experience at the grocery store. Helping somebody out, and it was really rewarding. Like, I don't want to go into too much detail about it. It was just like it was a thing that happened, but I'm seeing things with X's on them. So let me just make sure that's not weird. Okay. When we add X's onto the side, that is for something else. So that is not what we want. Those are the bag pieces. Okay. We want just plain A, B, C, D. Alright. K, P, S, A, X, S, E, R, M, N, B, X. Okay. The top sheet has nothing. Zilch. That we need. Very helpful. 10 out of 10. Thank you, bud. It was in fact stuck on the edge. Can I help you? You can't lay there. Don't move. Get your little claws off of it. Oh, if you poke holes in my pattern fabric, come on, fight. I'm snuff. No. No. No, you can't. You're simply can't. Go play on that piece if you're gonna play on something. If he pokes holes in it, we'll slap some tape on it and call it a day. I get. I know. I have a sneaking suspicion that aluminum foil would never work on you. Not that we need to. The cats are very good about not jumping on things. Okay, looking at these pieces, I think we're gonna have to pull out extra fabric, which is fine. I was suspicious. Suspicions confirmed. What is this? Man, work is really trying to sell us on getting these projects done. They're getting really, really creative with these emails. That is the most description I can give you. Otherwise, I will no longer have work, and I'll be very sad. And unfortunately, this is not my primary job right now, so I know that one. So if I about having a tiny human. She's not very tiny anymore. She runs this well. Because every now and again there's just stitches where there shouldn't be. So I'm going to attempt to get up as gracefully as possible. There can be none of this with sticky hands. crises averted. I can hear some of you thinking to yourselves, did that woman really just, like, sniff it? No inhibitions? Yes, I did, because I worked in an animal hospital, and there's just so many smells, at some point you quit caring. So we're raising a child. Smells this kind of thing. Alright, remember to cut along the outside. I pause because normally there's notches on there to say, hey, this needs to be lined up with this other pattern piece, but the notches go outside of the cutting line. But we're not going to think that too. Honest to goodness, the minute I start thinking too hard, that's when stuff goes wrong. That is so true for a significant portion of my life. Now, not to say that you should just, go out and do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. No. But at least in my 32 years, I can say the more I freak out, the more I find out. Negative. Yes, this is actually going to take forever because I'm actually trying to cut this out right. Normally I'm pretty touch and go. No, I don't try. And I'm starting out with the pattern pieces. See? It was right there on the edge. Absolutely perfect. Closest required minimal effort to get to. So, my Grammy, my mom, always taught me to cut to the outside of the guideline. How you're supposed to do it. Most of the time, my hand-eye coordination agreed. Every now and again, it's a little tear your way into something. Oh, actual Twitch update thing. So silly goose that I am, forgot that the videos eventually go away right now. I'm just a humble noob. So my videos do not stick around for longer than a week. So that being said, I had a YouTube channel that I was going to use for gaming, never did anything with it. And I have recently started the process of rebranding it to there. And we finally get that point. I started started rebranding it to be a place where I can post these videos, so you can actually go back and watch them after a week is gone past. I am incredibly sorry that you cannot watch the last, I don't know how many times I've done this now, 3 or 4 streams. This will be reconciled going forward, and I will be brave and post it to YouTube. Okay. Now I just need A, B, and these right there. Almost this whole sheet. So we're going to do some creative folding to get this back into the package. Very, very, very creative folding. I'll use a little bit of a break from the crazy. And this piece is so huge I'm not even gonna bother with my little square weights. Easier to do without right this second. Oh yeah, I've been doing my best to learn chess on Duolingo. My Elo score is crap. It's like, what did I get it up to the other day? 5? I think I'm at 540 or something. Which doesn't mean much because the Elo is just, I think they said when I was reading up on it, they base the algorithm for the Elo based on whatever the official ranking system is for chess tournaments. Like, I'm not trying to be Grandmaster or anything, I'm just trying to not get my butt kicked in a real world situation. My dad tried to teach me, and to be fair, when he was trying to teach me, I was thick-headed, preteen, with lots of trauma, and wasn't super interested in learning I don't know. How do you describe it to me? Oh my god. Screwed that up so bad. That's what I get for closing it up. I don't even remember how he described playing a game of chess to me. Just like, yeah, you should learn how to play this. And I was like, yeah, I didn't want to punch in the throat, but okay. But now, I'm, grown up, adult. Ash is just somewhere out in the lake, so I don't have to think about it. I'm actually not doing too bad. And my biggest issue when I was first learning how to play, especially when I was younger, is I am not a patient woman and don't do a lot of ahead of schedule thinking, if you will. So planning out my moves is atrocious. And I wouldn't say it's the best now. sure if someone put me up against a professional tournament player, it would not be a very long game. But every now and again I get brave and it lets you play against other people with a similar score. And usually it's not been too different, maybe like a 20-point difference between me and the other person, up and down. It's not bad. I think I've only lost one against a real person. And a lot of draws. Lots of draws. And the thing is, most of those draws, like the self-inflicted ones where they go, yeah, I'm out, they could have won. I was mostly just, if I remember right, I know the last draw that I had, I didn't have that much dancing around anymore. Like, they could have very easily taken me. I gave up. Which is unfortunate. Ow, my knee. That's fine. I didn't move the right way. My knee was going the opposite direction of the rest of my body. I'm good. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I have sustained far greater injuries in the sewing realm. Just like digging. Okay, you know what? I'll clean it up with the fancy scissors. It's either this rotary blade is shaking, or I need new glasses. And right now I'm gonna blame it on the rotary cutter. Slightly on the foreleg. Good enough. Alright, so we got 2 out of 4 pieces. Obviously this is gonna get out there. Obviously this will end up being the front piece. So it'll be like this. Ah, cute. What was that? B, C. So now we just need A and D. Top tier ointment post tattoos, by the way. That's what I use anyways. I'm sure they've got much better recommendations now, but back in my day, circa 2012, 13, A&D ointment was the go-to. Those were times. Here's D. I'm just confused on what A and what the difference is between A and D. Ooh! I will say, the Simplicity Dictionary of Instructions is much larger than the McCalls, I feel. a bit. I see how the pockets are now. I love that. It's an easy pocket type. It's not actually pockets. It's so instead of doing like 3 individual pockets across the front, which is what I thought it was gonna do, this is actually gonna be it is one fat strip of fabric, and we're gonna top stitch probably if I had to guess. Top stitch the breaks. Oh, simplicity is in the name. Which is fine. He probably got jump scared between me talking and the music. Not upset at all. Either that or possum. He got jump scared by a possum. Or a deer. Or the neighbor's cat if she's outside. There are many choices. Oh my gosh, a book card. I'm gonna watch the card this weekend too. She needed a little TLC. Oh my god, I kinda wanna go in there and look, but I don't wanna get sprayed. I hate to get up and leave you guys again, but I might have to go get my incense out of the bedroom. And I'm sure it's not, like just my fingernail polish or something. Stinky boys are stinky. Oh, hi! Welcome, welcome. I should probably actually just pull this up on my phone. So I am. Nope. That's not the right button, nor is that one. Oh my god. Got it. There we go. Okay, now I can actually see you and see you. Fabulous. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I am working on cutting out some pattern pieces. Ended up going with aprons today. I was torn between working on some apron pieces or working on workout clothes, and just didn't have the brain power for it. Oh, thank you. These tattoos are so old. I got both of them done, I think. Man, what was the year? 2013? I haven't had any touch-ups. They definitely need it. It's just so low on the priority list right now. Flip the rest of the way around. There we go. The Cheshire Cat looks rough. That was a rough session. But yeah, the flowers and the Cheshire Cat I've had since about 2012, 2013. And I love them. I love them so much. Thank you. I got the flowers done first. It was my first tattoo. And it took, I think, 2 hours. And I fell asleep at some point. Because I remember him waking me up and going, hey, I'm glad you're having a good time, but it's also your first tattoo. I'm going to need you to be conscious, please. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine. All good. But the yellow went into the ether. And to be fair, I was very silly 20-ish year old that was going through a lot, because I was putting myself through a lot and did not take very good care of it. So for 12-year-old tattoos almost, not bad. The line work still looks really good, I think. Probably wouldn't be the end of the world to get it recolored. I don't even know if the tattoo artist that did it still works at the place anymore, but I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't get back to the place I got it done at, to be honest with you. Too much ick, too many bad memories. Aside from the original tattoo artist probably not working there anymore. I had the idea at some point to do a massive Alice in Wonderland back piece. Daydreams at this point. Daydreams. I have like a whole mortgage now. I have lots of tattoo wants though. Tattoos and piercings. Rocker, do you have any tats? I love seeing other people's tattoos. It's just a beautiful art form. Trying to think. I think the last heckin' cool tattoo that I saw, or bore witness to its creation, my sister, it wasn't her first piece, but it was her first big piece. She got her whole back done. And it's a spider woman on a spider web. It's heavy black line work. What's the technical description of it? It's not quite gray. I think it is a grayscale. I don't think they put any red in it. Yeah, so it's just grayscale white highlights. It took her, I think, 3 or 4 sessions to get it done. It was long, arduous. I think that's a good word for it. Arduous process. She sat it. She did a great job. Except for one day, she forgot to eat anything, and I had to take her to the side and make her eat something. Everyone was super chill about it, though. Aside from maybe one day turning that into a whole Alice in Wonderland back piece, I don't know if this is going to be really cliche or anything, but I would love the sparrow tattoo that Captain Jack Sparrow has in Pirates of the Caribbean. Huge fan of the series. But I want that. I wanted to get a hummingbird for my grandma that passed away, and some symbolic quilting things for my other grandma, Granny I should say. Just knick-knack stuff for past relatives that heavily influenced my ability to function today. And fun things for myself. I thought about getting a dragon wrapped around my shoulder. That's, for me, my shoulder, like this part of my shoulder, prime real estate. I've always loved my shoulders. They're just, my opinion, one of my best body features. And I just, if I put anything there, it's gotta be like so good. And I'm sure if I posted it in like the tattoo advice Reddit thread, everyone would be like, sick ass panther. I'm 50-50 on traditional tattoos. I love a sick panther. I love a well done. I can't remember what the one you're talking about. Like, I don't know. It's just not my thing. I love the concept of fine line, but I always worry about what it looks like afterwards. I've seen some watercolors that look really cool, but again, as fast as my skin ate the yellow and orange that was in the flowers, I worry that the pastelness of a watercolor wouldn't work well. And there we go. 3 out of 4 pieces cut. Maybe what time is it? Maybe we'll get the fabric cut tonight too. We'll see. We shall see. Now I need a piece. I'm missing one. Hold on. Did I get them all? There's no way. Hold on. No, I have all 4 pieces. I'm losing my mind. Alright, now we get to do the fun part of trying to fold this back up. So I just personally can't stand having pattern pieces everywhere. But to give you a better idea of what is happening right now, we're going very old school 1960s. This is actually a reprint from something. But this is, there we go. And I'm working on the blue one at the bottom. So it's like a half apron. Very, I don't want to say try away, but very stay at home, barefoot in the kitchen of me. Which I do enjoy cooking, so these are good things. Why is that dotted like that? Is it just to make sure I don't accidentally cut something else? It's gotta be. Cut the fold. Alright, now we can try and pull this up really fast. And when I say really fast, I mean slowly and painfully. Effort. Guarantee you something's not folded right. Carry on. Ooh, how did that earworm pop up in one? Good enough. It's folded, it's out of the way. Good enough. Good enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. Come on, shush off, shush off. This needs to pop it up. than try and fold actual origami. I'm sure someone out there is going to disagree aggressively, and that's okay. I'd rather be folding 1,000 paper plates right now. And I say that knowing good and well we're going to do this again next Friday and cut something else out. And I had the fleeting thought of recording stuff and streaming it on other days. Because sometimes I don't know. It's not that I don't want to stream more than I want. I do want to stream more than I currently am. I'm also bound by the gods of mortgage and car payments. Groceries. But every now and again I'll have time to sit down and do something, but not just set up the whole stream situation. So I might start doing pre-recorded stuff, but then I don't actually get to communicate with you guys at the same time, and it's like half the fun for me. Communicating. I don't make people say that. Alright. So I think the good news is the only thing that should be a cut to of is this, which will be one of the ties. And somewhere on here it says cut to. I know it in my heart. Yes. It's just very small. I am officially gonna have beef with simplicity patterns. This is where my official beef starts. I have a lot of McCalls patterns. I have a little bit of simplicity patterns. All these things I have curated from my mother's collection that she was not using anymore. McCalls patterns, everything is in big, bold letters. And it says, hey, please make sure you cut this on the fold in big, bold letters. And this is tiny. It's like that. Yeah, that's accurate. I think it's fine. It's just I feel really validated that I pulled my glasses out. I don't normally. I rarely ever wear them, to be honest with y'all. Unless it's raining, snowing, dark outside. Getting dark. So I think I'm going to save the scrap pieces. We're going to probably use those for the clutches that are in this and the bandanas. The scraps will be great for the bandanas. We need the fabric that is underneath the scraps, naturally. Because I was definitely thinking when I pulled everything out. Okay. Should be the big one. Okay. We're gonna have to get creative with the cut. So this is the fabric. I love it. I love it so much. It is so cute. It is. This thing brings me joy. So, here's the skinny. The way this pattern's gonna go, from what I have gathered, is the big piece is gonna end up being the actual skirt part, which is fine. My intention with this fabric was to have the border be at the bottom of the skirt bit. But the thing is, I'm 99.9% sure that this piece, which is the pocket section, that same length, half as wide, if not more, this is going to end up laying on top like this. And it should just about match up. think it's just good. I feel like it's just supposed to go right across the bottom because the seam lines match up too good. So here's what we do. This piece right now matters the most for the pockets because this needs to have the border on it or you're not going to see the border at all. And then I will be very upset because that's the whole point of this shindig. So this is going to get stripped away. That's going to get stripped away. The ties, doesn't matter, can be gingham all day, every day. I don't care. This is waistband. Oh my gosh, no. Waistband is also just going to be the gingham because this is like, let me see if I can pull it up to show you guys. And the same thing would go with the ties too. The waistband is just not as wide as the actual bottom edge part, and so it would look dumb. And I'd be cutting out the cute part, which is also the red and orange stripe bit, and that's gonna make me super sad. So all of that can just be gingham, gingham, gingham. Doesn't matter. Which brings us back to this bit. And good news, we do not have to do the whole right side together shenanigan. And this thing has a little bit of a funk edge at the bottom. Like that. Cats. It's cute cats. Meow, 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 meow. On occasion. Someone's feeling camera shy today. All shenanigans. That's okay. This is the fun part. No. That is good. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. You are not a very good sewing cat. Your brother, on the other hand, very good sewing cat. You are just too interested in eating things. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a gray cat in the corner trying to eat my stuff. Very silly. Oh, yes, and it fits. So I was trying to see if this would line up to where I won't have any weird half pictures, and I won't. It's gonna line up perfectly. Now I'm going to bother using the little lights. Explicitly placed, kind of. Just every time I've tried to pin a pattern piece down, it always gets wonky. This is not. This feels a little bit more controlled. That's a good word. Funny enough, it's not something I like to feel. And because I am a lazy girl, or lazy woman, and I'm not bothered to iron out the pattern pieces, basically what I do is I take the weights and I start them in one section and then just casually smooth them around. And just make sure that the corners are flat. Everything else I can fudge it a little bit. Okay. If we screw it up, we still have a little extra. I say weeks in making Lucille's problem too. Willing audience. Starting off great back button. There we go. Alright. First cut's done. Now we can party. And if you're actually paying attention to what I'm doing, if you care, the reason I keep every now and again just like veering off hard to the side is whenever I feel like I'm about to screw it up, I just bail. Just off to the side. Because that bottom edge is so... I will debatably save this stuff. Probably not. Unless it is long enough for... That might actually be a long enough strip for the bandana strings. So, for better or worse, we will temporarily hold on to these things. Yeah. Good enough. I do have a home for my scrap fabric. It's just getting thrown into the corner of doom for right now. Now over here I cannot bail because we're going to need the rest of this for the other pieces to help save on waste or salvage. Like I said earlier, I am a... Can we do it with no loose edges? That is how it will be done. Also, everyone should feel free to laugh and chuckle at the one highlight that I posted, because I have no idea how these things work. I thought I had clipped like 11 seconds of the cat being a silly goober. Ended up clipping an hour and 11 minutes worth of actual footage. So at least that video will just be posted forever. I could get around Twitch not holding on to my videos by posting everything as a highlight. Then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of what a highlight is, so. Would be moderately disappointing, I suppose. Irritating, annoying, what have you. Now, because I will forget and do something silly, I will put a fun pen in this. Excellent. No worries. We just use the magnet for its intended purpose. The needles at the floor. I've taken enough needles to a foot and it's only mildly concerning. Nowhere near as traumatic as breaking my ankle in like ice skating. That was worth it. tell this very quick, trigger warning. I did end up stepping on one of those, like, you know how packages used to have those big, broad things, like this, that were staples. I stepped on one. Through the heel, all the way in. Don't know why I didn't feel anything. I must not have been well at the time, mentally. Anyways. Trigger word over. That was an experience. Trigger word. Trigger story. A lot of my stories are triggering. If I flip it enough times, it'll be the right way around so I can see everything. But the other key, very important reason why I am pinning the pattern pieces to the actual fabric is there are notes and symbols and doodads on all these pattern pieces, and notches, honestly, the most important thing. So for a lot of these pieces, what has to happen when like the pockets are going on top of this is they'll have like indicator dots over here for me to line everything up on, and usually I end up putting it on the wrong side of the fabric, so the opposite of this, and take chalk and just put little markings on it. And if I move the pattern piece, I will forget to mark it. And then if I forget to mark it, I will inevitably muck it up and sew something together incorrectly. And if Jen sews stuff incorrectly, Jen will have a knack. Jen has a knack. Jen will reach for a snack. If Jen reaches for a snack, it's going to make this whole calorie counting thing not. Half-hearted calorie counting, I should say. Like I'm trying. But I also go to the gym and lift heavy things, so like. I do go to the gym. I also will not say no to a taco. Oh, I'm so excited. There's a new gym tacos opening up in the area. I am so excited. Probably just dox myself, but who cares? I can't be bothered to care. Alright. Pattern piece number 2. And I would love to tell you that this is going to perfectly line up with the pockets when it's all put together. Probably not. I am not in it for perfectionism today. Today I am in it to have a very cute apron. And have leftover to make one more apron. Perhaps. If not, that's okay. You know what? I think the first pre-recorded video I'll do, because I just foresee it being a pain in the butt to do live, is the fabric haul I got from my mom's house. That'll be a good pre-record, I think. Because it'll be a lot of me just going, oh, I picked this fabric because blah, I got this fabric because blah. Little stuff like that. Fabric just did a little twist and shout on me. That's okay. There's a fight going on behind me. Silly animals. Bless you. Poor things, they were run over by my boots and stuff. My garden boots, I should specify. outside doing yard work today, and we're in the middle of tree and grass pollen time. So it's just a mess. They do, bless their little kitty cat hearts, have some type of allergies. The orange one has a polyester allergy, which is both unfortunate and moderately amusing. What the hell does a cat have a polyester allergy? There he does, seeing it. You okay? Oh, they're pouting. You gotta be kidding me. They're pouting, so I won't let them climb on the pattern pieces. It's so hard being a domesticated cat, don't you know? It's so hard living in a house with heating and cooling. Your poop gets scooped and your food gets hand delivered to you. They're technically my roommate's cats. My personal animal is a doggo. She is in bed sleeping. That dog don't want nothing to do with staying up till 3 a.m. I tell you, she is not about that life. Alright, how much do I care? Not that much, because it's going to get folded anyways. Should I fold it down? As much as I would love to listen to some of my regular music while I'm streaming, I fear y'all would be tortured with my singing the whole time. Man, I was feeling super nostalgic the other night. I got in the gym and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to listen to. And then I remembered I had to look up for the billionth time Leaving by Jesse McCartney. And let me tell you, those are some of the smoothest RDLs I've done in the last month. Because it was glutes and hammies day. And then I use Deezer for my personal listening stuff instead of Spotify or anything. And I really like it. It's the biggest difference I can tell you between, at least for shuffling music, Spotify and Deezer's, if you pick a song and you're like, yeah, just go play music based off of that. Spotify keeps it very, very similar. All the songs either have the same beat or they're all relatively close to the same artist. Like, it's just very similar music. You put on a shuffle launch mix on Deezer and you get weird stuff, which is cool because it, you know, you find new things you didn't know you needed, or things you knew forgot, or what have you. Alright, I did need 2 of these. That's okay. I'm just gonna tote the grab. gonna stand there and kind of leave. I think the cat stole mad about earlier. If you want to believe the cats have feelings and moderately understand the human language. He wants to be an outside cat sometimes. He would not make it outside. He's very small, he's very fluffy. Does not have any true feline survival instincts. Okay? And he was pouting. So we're sitting there, we're looking at him, we're like, bud, this is not a good time for you. You're gonna hate it. They'd eat you, and everything would be terrible, and then you wouldn't have your poop scooped, or food, or sniff shoes, because that's his favorite thing in the world, is to sniff shoes and try to lick your toes. And I kid you not, this cat just glared. And was actually turning his head back and forth depending on who was talking. I was like, Beth, damn it, I think he knows. I think he's aware of the situation now. Probably not. He's still going to stare longingly at the door. And that's okay. As long as he doesn't act on the impulse to escape. I was itching. I was thinking about me so hard, but I need coffee or something. Oh, have you guys ever heard about superstition? I think I heard it from my grandma or my dad. If your nose starts itching really bad, someone's thinking about you. Those people think real hard. Be better about not removing the curve pattern pieces. I'm terrified of cutting a curved piece of fabric for fear that it won't sit right. Because it happened with my dress that I made. I had self-drafted the pattern. Like I made it on my mannequin, traced it, altered it, what have you. And I had curves in it because I have curves. It's kind of necessary. And then straight lines on everything. I got it figured out. Learned how to do darts. One of those learning experiences, I guess. Alright, so we have left so much. And I love that for us. Pilfered these off of my mom too. But these are technically mine because I drew on them years ago. If you can see it or not. There we go. I don't know why. I vaguely remember being angry when I did it. There's also teeth marks on here. We will let that slip and go by. So I do not have the energy to think about why there are teeth. not a scrap. Okay. Alright, so we have left this much, which I think, honest to goodness, is just enough to make a big apron, like a full length one. It's definitely long enough. The length is not the issue, it's the width. So I'm just putting all this like these and these. We can get this. I think so. I might have to cut the bottom a little bit closer to the border edge instead of leaving as much as we did for the skirt one. I have a plan up here. Eventually I'll translate it into words. Alright, let's all go over there. This piece, yes, save. Not that straggler bit. Straggler bits can go in the trash. Okay, on to the next thing. Just checking the time. Yeah, we got time to at least walk it up, I think. Okay. I'll probably end up having this done either tonight or tomorrow. Some point in the foreseeable future. I think we're gonna use red chalk. Yeah, so this is Taylor's chalk. It is just it's a whole triangle. And to me, sometimes it's a little difficult to have to deal with. Now, because I cut this to the right side of the fabric, we're gonna flip it this way. So it's kind of reversed. Everything's backwards. But it'll be like it was on the front when I initially cut it, so all the notion should line up properly. French and Spanish, got it, okay. Center front, so, okay, there it is. So center front. It's not often I hear the neighbors sculptors close at night, but I'd like to keep an ear out for this place. I used to live in the kind of town where if someone just pulled up in your driveway and you didn't know who it was, you didn't go check it out by yourself. So I usually get a little apprehensive. Which is funny because I live in the suburbs now in a little subdivision type situation. But I still can't stand cars parked in front of my house. I still can't do it. It irritates the mess out of me every time. And I just deal with it. My music stopped. That's silly. I knew I didn't get to the end of that. Weird. Alright. Make sure I got all the notes and marked on this. Oh god, the notches, the thing, the important thing that keeps it from being messed up. Probably work on that. Also hi to everyone that's just popping in. The big thing about marking the notches is that's where it's going to line up with the rest of your stuff. It's fine, it's okay. Because the good thing about Taylor's shot is, excuse me, a little bit of spit will take that right off. I just made my notch too wide. It's not going on. There we go. Okay, so there's one. There's another one over here. I'm sorry if I get really quiet doing this. This is the part that stresses me out the most. Because if it's not, if I mark something bad, it will not come out right. And I'll have to make alterations on alterations on more alterations. I don't want to do that. I'm sure you can understand my plight. I'm not sure why there's a dot right there, but we're going to color it in anyways. Good. Okay. Does this say what these dots are for? No. Okay, it's a 5/8 seam. Okay, that's all that's saying. That's fine. We're just gonna leave it like that. Backwards, because it doesn't matter. Alright. Do straps need anything? Just a very quick notch. Okay. Oh, I need to find my screwdriver. Glasses are falling off. Hard life. Do I just need to start this over again? I haven't been on here that long. It hasn't been 2 hours. I'm fairly certain. Yeah. I don't know the music went by. Whatever. Maybe epidemic sounds like me go by. Jerk. yes, the notches do matter on these strips, otherwise they won't get sewn onto the actual apron right, and then the title looks stupid. This that cookie. I was gonna make cookies today and I forgot. I'm trying to figure out. I've got a bunch of protein powder in the cabinet that I just have not been using. I need to look up a cookie recipe where I can add the protein powder into it. One, so I can use it up, but two, I do need to get more protein. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say that I've been on top of the game with it. Alright, this is a big piece. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be so cute. Maybe I'll treat myself to a little sleep-in tomorrow. Just a little sleep-in. As a treat. Actually, I don't think I've slept in at all this week. I've been pretty good about getting up by 7:30, 8 o'clock. Which is wild considering half the time I'm not in bed asleep until 1:32 a.m. Trust and believe that tea's decaffeinated today though. I've been having... I can't even say it's the weirdest time with caffeinated drinks and stuff. I've honestly been doing pretty good about regulating it better. Right now I'm just marking up the center line. This center line is going to have to match up with pockets, is going to have to match up with the waistband. Do I have a ruler long enough to reach? Ooh. Straight ruler. Not the L one. Alright, that's that. Alright, what else do we need to mark on this bad boy? Midnight, I got the dots. Where are these from? There's little dots right in the middle. I think that's for clip. Freaking clip. Oh, that's where it wants me to pin the pockets to the front. Okay. We do want those dots. Here comes the moment. exact opposite spaces because number one, the squares on this game are not perfect squares. They are wonky. And two, there's a curving thing. And I'm mostly saying that out loud for myself. Yeah. Centerline, pockets. Wrong way. That way. Excellent. Now I just have to mark the pockets. This thing will be ready to go. Maybe I'll go ahead and pin pieces together where they need to be. That. This has double notches on the bottom. Did I miss putting notches on this? Freaking want. Okay. We'll put the notches in this one and we'll go back to the big piece and put notches in that. Nice. I think there's a misprint on this. Unless, okay. I think there's a misprint. Or it's dumb. So, the notches are designed to line two pieces of fabric up, and no matter what happens, those notches need to be aligned, otherwise the whole thing's gonna throw off. The notches for the pockets, which go on the front, towards the bottom of the thing, have the notches for this piece of fabric are on the bottom. So I gotta check the big piece that's gonna be the actual skirt part to see if the notches for that are also on the bottom. Which it should be. It shouldn't just be randomly in the middle of it. Because that would be weird. Maybe it doesn't have any. Okay, it does. It does. They're just so small. Okay. Everything's fine. I just wasn't paying attention when I did the other one. So we're gonna throw notches in this piece first, and then we'll go back to the big piece and put notches in that one. And that will be a wrap on that piece right there. stitching line, and I raised you 1 ruler. Where's the dotted line? I know I'm not gonna see this. I understand I'm not gonna see this when I try to sew it together, and that's okay. Unless we do some weird flipping around stuff. Which I don't think that's the case. Just based on the design of the garment itself. I swear there must be top stitch. Pockets. You know what? I'll look before we put anything together. Got the notches, got the other things. I'm gonna go back and put notches on the big piece. Pop that. My hamstrings are still sore from yesterday. I was supposed to go do rowing today, and I was like, not after yesterday's workout. A high probability I would not, A, wouldn't have made it off the stream on time. B, wouldn't be able to walk in the morning. I've got chronically tight hamstrings. This just needs to be trimmed up a little bit, or it's not going to matter where I put notches. Maybe I'll watch Pirates of the Caribbean tomorrow before bed. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, it's still pinned in. I think we're still in the fabric. Where it should be. Alright. Okay. Yes, that did take almost 2 hours. Well, between that and me yapping and making a decision. The decision making took about 15 minutes. Excuse me. Alright, I want to know apron P1, apron P2. Okay. Unit 1, pocket and apron. I have to press it. Alright, these instructions are stupid. So I think somehow I'm supposed to like take part of the instructions for the first one to use it on the second one. Suggested seam finishes pink seams. For enclosed seam trim seam. So a pink seam, pinked is, I don't know if, they're big chunky scissors, but instead of the blades being straight, the blades have zigzags, and it makes this kind of cool zigzag pattern. And some things call for that specific type of closure. I'm gonna see if the camera can pick this up. But in picture A, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of got like a zigzag thing to it. And you get that with the scissors. Why they want you to use that specific thing, I don't know. It's a common way to close stuff up. I prefer doing a fake overlock because I do not have an overlock serger, but I figured out how to make it look like one on my little Molly A-line. Okay, I see. Alright. So for our apron, we start with apron view to unit 1. Press under 5/8 of an inch on the upper edge of the pocket and then trim it to 1/4 of an inch. Oh, it's because it's got that rickrack trim. Plot twist. We might not do the rickram on it. Tee-hee-hee. Stitch upper edge of pocket over center of rickrack. Rickrack is a type of ribbon, and depending on your age or how much you love ribbon or whatnot, if you're a millennial to older millennial like myself, I promise you had rickrack on your kids' clothes, but it's a ribbon that goes like that. And it's very cool, and it's very fashionable with older clothing. I don't have the patience for that. What I do have though, is leftover gingham ribbon from the dress. So what I might do is actually use this as a So instead of using the rickrack and doing the rickrack instructions, I will still follow the first half, folding over the 5/8, trimming it down, and then perhaps we do there's a bug hitting my window. The beetles want to come inside, but they can't. So I could give it a wraparound and top stitch it down. So instead of having rickrack, we'll take the leftover ribbon and do like this. So it at least has a cutesy poopsy little finished edge. And if I wish really hard, I'll stretch this way and hold it here. Glorious. It's long enough. It's a winner. This will have to be an official start on another day problem because I'm not, the amount of stuff I have to move to get to the sewing machine to actually go ahead and put this on there, not at a crisp 255. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Not that. Love y'all. However, but I will keep this with these pieces so I don't forget. Okay. just so we all know what's going on. After doing the border edge of the pocket part, everything goes back to apron view 1, which is basically the same thing except it's got the front piece on it. Pin. So then we'll pin the right side of the fabric to the wrong side of the apron. I was right. It is going to do a weird wraparound thing. Of course it is. Of course it is. Pin right side of pocket to wrong side of apron, matching centers and small dots, having raw edges. Stitch. Side and raw edges. Clip to dots. Okay. I will say the pictures in the simplicity patterns are much more descriptive. To get I'm gonna have to gather. That's fine. That's okay. I've gotten very good at doing a gather with a basting stitch, so it's fine. It's fine. We will deal with that again. Stitch along the same line, 1/4 inch inside of the seam line using a long machine stitch. It's a basting stitch with heavy thread on the bobbin. A gathering foot may be used. I'm debating on buying a gathering foot. I already spent money yesterday, so I don't feel like buying it right now. I bought a raincoat pattern. The kids' raincoat pattern. I just have to get the actual material, and I need liner. I think I'm gonna use that blue for the lining though. And the zipper. And the yellow serger thread. That's gonna be important. Press, pocket. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this part. Pin, okay, the correct side of the pocket to the wrong side. I just want to lay this out real quick so that way when we go to do this next time, or if I do it and report it for you guys to watch later, I just want to make sure I'm not going crazy. The right side of this is going to go to the wrong side of that. Right? Right. Sewing is a great way to figure out if someone can follow instructions. Okay, this feels real because I do have matching arrows down here. So basically what's going to happen is this is going to look really stupid, and then this is going to fold over and then wrap back around to the front, and it should give it a really clean finish and make it look not stupid. Yeah. Okay, all these are great problems for next time. It is 3 a.m. I have to get up and do work stuff in the morning. So we'll close up shop together. But I think next time we might go ahead and cut out the... We'll do this. Whew, we have to cut out the bandanas next time. You love a good bandana. Maybe I'll be breathing. Pull up the workout gear stuff too. Because the goal this summer is to build out more of my own wardrobe with actually sewing stuff. The only hang up here is I've been going to the gym for a while. Like consistently going for a year now. I have put on a lot of muscle. I am a lot stronger this year than I was this time last year. I would like to be able to see the muscles. So I put myself in a crazy calorie deficit. Not bad, I promise it's fine. It is being monitored well. But anyways, I started a calorie deficit 2 weeks ago now, I think. Week and a half. And it's going well enough that the app that I'm using has like a smart tracker thing to it. So if it notices you're losing weight too fast, it'll tell you to eat more calories in a day. And it's been tacking on extra calories every day. Not a lot, just a little bit. Basically the problem is that I'm getting to is my body is still going through recomp between strong girl stuff, also calorie deficit. So things are going to need to be altered probably, so I'm working on losing 20 pounds right now. And I do ponder what will actually change in that time. And I've gone through a little bit of weight stuff before, so I know about what goes first, if you know what I mean? Like, I know what's gonna slim up first. But I'm also putting on a lot of muscle this time, so I don't know, it could be totally different. But like with the dress, the dress has so many different pieces to the bodice part that when I eventually need to alter it, which will probably be soon based on how it's fitting right now, it will not be a pain in the butt to either add darts to help at bare minimum accentuate the waistline, either take out seams to add in little bits of sections, which is also why I'm still saving a lot of this fabric. I can see the problems in the future. I'm trying to save myself a headache ahead of time. What's that? It's more of a tops issue than a bottoms issue, because I've always had thick thighs. I have crazy quads. They're so good. And it's really easy for me to put on lower body muscles. So that's just always going to be a thing. So I don't particularly mind working on bottoms, which is what I kind of need more of right now anyways. I need a good t-shirt. It's just like a basic t-shirt pattern. I've seen some people do like reverse patterns where they'll take a clothing item they already really, really love and fits really, really well, and without taking the garment apart, make a pattern out of it. So I've got a couple of graphic tees that one or two of them fit better than the rest, and I might do a reverse pattern. I'm sorry, it's about that time, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. The cats and the fishes left me, so it must be about bedtime. Because normally they'll start moving to their respective final resting places of the evening. once I am getting close to time. Okay. We got a lot done. We did. It takes a lot of effort to cut this stuff out. Because we cut out a pattern and we got the fabric cut out. And we went ahead and read through the instructions technically twice. So when it comes time to do the pinning and the sewing, no tears will be shed. Yawning or otherwise. Yeah, I'm gonna contemplate the concept of doing pre-recorded streams for y'all. Just to have more stuff to watch during the week. 'Cause I do truly feel bad that I am live once a week. It's not what we want to be doing. And potentially the concept of at least one external camera to get some better angles for you guys. No, I'm not a professional right now. I'm here to have a good time and talk to people. But I am heading in the direction of where I need to start looking at ways to upgrade the situation. There for right now. Needles up with the floor. Scooching in general this way direction. Okay. But that is going to be a wrap for tonight. It's been fun. It's been real. I'm sleeping. I am tired and wish to take off my glasses. But hope you guys had fun. I will see you guys next time and maybe pick up some highlight clips. You know what I could do? I think I still have CapCut downloaded. I'll figure it out. But anyways, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm so glad you guys were here. I will see you guys next time, and we will either be working on that or moving on to workout clothes. We'll see what happens, but have a great day, wonderful evening, and fantastic weekend.